Riccardi and that. And
Well, they
whatever.
can't now because he's.
Well, now they've got 19 on the ground.
Well,
So
that's like-
Jacques comes off.
Well, if they call, they've got to call it, though.
So they
don't
do. Rick McEwen, the president, has identified it. But anyway, got him off. Rico and Milburn don't know what's going on. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, the ball's gone to Nathan Mays.
Well, meanwhile, back at the ranch, I'm going to check the video of this. This could be the first quarter that I've ever been involved in that hasn't started with a siren.
It didn't. Yeah, they didn't blow it, but
Maybe Frosty Miller in 1971.
Frosty. So Mays comes in. He's kicked 4 and he's sprayed this one, and it's through for 1 behind. So he blocks his copybook for 1. His personal tally. They go to 13-11-89 Inverleigh. Lead Bannockburn 6-11-47. Michael Stevenson's waiting for the footy to come back.
That did happen.
Yeah, in 1971.
Barry Leslie cracked him before the start of the game, and he got a kick before the siren, kicked a goal.
Jeez.
And they won by a goal, Danny Nong. It's grand final.
Oh, I love watching that stuff.
How many Frosty kick?
6 or 7.
Stevenson with the footy.
Had a bad day, Frost.
He's an off day, just kicked 6. Play, kicks it in now, Stevenson, long, looking for Stratton. Grundle's against him, he goes up, off hands Meehan. Handball was chopped off. Cole got it away, Jervy's left it behind, so did Manganelli. Grundle runs into a tackle from Cole. Now Cole might get it back, tackled. Manganelli, he gets tackled as well, pretty tough in there, and it will be a ball up. Left half forward for the Hawks. So Grundle and Stratton. Stratton gets it down from mid-air. Templeton gets the kick away. Punched free. Watts and Stevenson. Stevenson's there. In the tackle, gets the handball away. Missed the target in the end. Watts got ripped off the footy. Templeton, his handball out further to Drew. Wheels around, goes back towards the middle. Muir had some support. Logue. Handball to Hutchinson and gives it back to Logue, who runs past. Runs through the middle. Left foot kick towards half forward.
Good mark.
Well, there's a play on, said the umpire. Soldic got the handball away under pressure, but Bannockburn got the numbers at the back. Watts gets it away to Kelly. Left foot kick out wide, very wide. Drew gets there first, takes the mark for Inverleigh, so it's going to be back inboard and in forward line for Inverleigh. Drew has got it. Goes with the kick now towards Grundle, but he's turned it over easily, and Kelly stands his ground, takes the mark. Thought about the short kick. He elects to go dangerously to Jervy. Soldic chopped it off.
Just dribble it.
10 metres out, turns around and kicks the goal.
Good boy. Good boy.
So Soldic kicks his second. Good start for Inverleigh in the final term.
His old man's happy.
14-11-95. They lead Bannockburn 6-11-47. Smiths Holden Blood Suzuki. Final quarter scoreboard. 3 minutes played.
Oh, his old man's real happy over there, and I don't think because it's kicked the goal. It's just because he's on his 15th can of bourbon. but he's having a great day watching the young bloke kick a beautiful goal. And he's another kid that's been in and out of the side, and he's really trying to stake his claim because they all want to play on this side because they believe they can win a flag, and I believe it too. And I tell you what, a bloke in the Dunnies believed it at half time. He was saying, they're raising all this money, and he said, we'll give $500 for the grand final win party. I said, mate, you got to win it first. We're only in June, buddy.
I think you might need more than 500 if it's a win party.
So back in the middle of the ground. Grundle in there doing the ruck work this time. Stratton knocks the ball down. Grundle was going to play the receiver, but he just couldn't read the ball. Ball goes forward, picked up there again, coming through Bowden, didn't take it cleanly. This time Jervis and also Manganelli wrestle for the ball on the ground, and there's going to be a ball up to take place. So Grundle and Stratton go out of the game, but it goes through to Watts. He tries to get through the contest. Grundle just rips the ball out of his hands and kicks the ball into the forward line, and again BJ Harding takes the mark. So now, after play on by the umpire, goes wide and short. Mark taken out there by Parsons. He plays on, goes out towards centre wing. Middleton's there. Ball with Drew and Middleton. Middleton can't keep it in the field to play. It runs over. And going to have a throw in to take place just forward of centre wing. Boundary umpire with the ball. Jones must be having a spell also, is he?
Yep.
Can't see him out there.
I think he might have done his hand.
Yeah, he looked like it, or a quad.
So ball is thrown back in this time. Stratton gets the ball. He's done nicely, kicks the ball forward.
Good
this
kick
time
again.
Fulton has taken the mark, and that was off one step. Fulton, he's probably nearly his first mark for the afternoon. He kicks long into the forward line. We didn't favour Miller. Got the spoil on Filer. Picked up by Nankivell. Goes outside to Hutchison. Handballs further afield. Seddon just stops and props and looks. Kick was smothered off the boot. Has Baxter out there in support. Jervis has done pretty nicely. He takes the ball from them. Kicks the ball back into the forward line. Mark not taken out there. Good spoil from behind. Front of the contest. Picked up Middleton. Slipped over as he grabbed the ball. Got to his feet. Got the handball out. Only as far as Hutchison. He picked it up and put it down. Again, it's still running freely out there. Seddon couldn't trap it. It's kicked off the ground. Goes back towards Drew. He can't pick it up. It's kicked further afield. Runs towards the full back line. I think that was Mick Scrod's. Got the handball away. He's been able to tap it further afield. Picked up by Nankivell. He's got Templeton out. If he gets to him, he's got it now. He spins. Kicks the ball forward. And Mark is taken there by Robbie Logue. Handballs over the top to Mays. Mays is a player outside. Little short chip up over the top. Goes towards Mann. Trapped it nicely. Waited. Got out of trouble. Kick went to Grundle. Couldn't take it cleanly. Coming through the other way. It's going to be picked up there by Kelly. Got the handball away to Watts. Watts is a runner outside. And that is Cole. He takes the ball and gives the handball away. Ball goes over the boundary line. So we're going to have a throw in on true centre wing. Umpire now. Just waiting to restart it. Stretton and Grundle also both there doing the ruck work. Stretton down to Miles. Gets out of trouble.
He's gone.
Couldn't get rid of the ball. And
he just couldn't get rid of it, could he?
No, he tried to get the boot to the ball, but he wasn't able to do that. Templeton, the recipient of the free kick, goes to Seddon. He kicks low and flat, only to find Stevenson of Bannockburn. So he'll transfer play across the ground. Running player, Harding, as we said, has been Bannockburn's best for the afternoon. Comes back inside, got the handball away to Rollo. Rollo goes back outside in the hands of Parsons. Put him under a little bit of pressure. Goes towards Miller. Back on his right boot. Stops and he goes long into the forward line. Going back to the flight was Filet. Didn't take the mark. Over the top of the ball, not. Jumped on there by Hutchison, and the umpire says it's been held up. So we're going to have a ball up to take place. 30 metres out from the goals. 7.5 minutes gone, final quarter. And we have Inverleigh on 14-11. They lead Bannockburn on 6-11.
Ruck contest. Grundle got it down. Not roved it though. Goes with a left foot kick towards the boundary line. And it's going to run out of bounds for a throw in the left forward pocket. Right. Bannockburn into attack. Boundary umpire coming down. Ruck contest, Grundle will be there, and looks like it'll be Cole. The boundary umpire throws the ball back into play. Short boundary throw, we'll have to do that again. Finish about 5:10 the way we're going. Boundary throw in.
Maybe
again.
we could merge it with the Elvis hour, like have some music and call at the same time.
Yeah, you call, I'll sing.
Oh, God, I'm going home. Boundary throw in. Miller got it away. Bowden gets the kick. Templeton left it behind. So did Watts. Jervis comes in. Rolls over the top of Mays. He's in a bit of trouble, I think, too. He copped one in the head. Ball still in dispute. Comes back to Miles. Gets around a couple. Right foot kick. Good off the boot. And...
Oh, very good off.
Well, he's going to get another kick if it's not a goal.
I don't think it was. I think it was actually a little bit short. And the kick's going to go in the goal square. So it was obviously after he got rid of the kick.
Well, it definitely was, but I thought if it goes through...
It didn't go through, though. It was right on the line. I think Inverleigh got hands to it. So Cole will take the kick. Ben Cole will kick the goal, and he does. So he's first of the afternoon. 7th for Bannockburn, 7:11:53. They trail Inverleigh 14:11:95, and that's the Smiths Holden Blood Suzuki final quarter scoreboard. 9.5 minutes played.
Well, I reckon Hutchie made 2 blues there. The second one was he knocked him down after he kicked it. But the first one was the reason he was late to the contest, that he was helping out Nathan Mays get up after he got hit. I know he might be a good bloke, but forget about it. You've got the ball's the object, do you? Leave him go for the ball. He wouldn't have had to do it. I think he looked up and went, oh, geez, there's the footy.
Back in the middle.
Yeah, I know. I was waiting all game for him to pick up.
God, can't take you anywhere.
I'm not saying a word. Never said
Doing the ruck work. Ball comes out. Goes to Seddon again. He runs out of trouble. Gets a handball across to Cations. And from the centre half back position, he goes long, back into the forward line, going back. Kennedy Hunt, one hand, couldn't take the mark. Mays tried to work his way through the contest, but he couldn't pick it up cleanly. Miles does, got the handball back outside to Watts. Watts further afield, went towards Jervis. He looks up, goes inside, mark taken in there. And Matty Hoey, so Hoey now with the ball. Just looking at his options further afield. He needs someone. He's got Reek out the back. Put him under pressure. Goes across the ground. He's got an outlet there, and it's in the name of Cole. Middleton's just come on the ground, so they'll use him. Ball wasn't doing him on the full, but he's able to stop and pick the ball up. Gets out of trouble. Now delivers the ball towards centre wing. Stevenson has to stand, and he takes a
good
grab.
mark. Good
And
mark.
that's a good grab on centre wing for Stevenson.
Now what?
So he goes short to... Was going to go short. He's looking for those longer options now, asking someone to come at him. Goes towards the half-forward line. Stretton can't take the mark. Front of the contest. Hoey got the ball out. Only as far as Drew. He's got the ball. It's been tunnelled out. Kicked off the ground there by Cations. Runs towards Watts. He picks it up. He's tackled by Cations, and there was going to be held up. So the umpire will again come in and take possession of the ball. So thrown up again. It's time the ball is tapped down as far as Jervis. Kicks round the body. Goes towards Rollo. Good spoil from Cations from behind. Hoey takes the ball. Has time to stop. Look. Kick the ball outside. Goes towards Cole and Nankable. He's able to get a hand on the ball. And it runs over the boundary line. So we're going to have another throw-in to take place in between the half-forward line. And he will go back and see Stretton do some more ruck work. I'm not too sure who's doing it for Inverleigh. Looks like Hutchison's going there to do the work as Jones comes back on the ground. So the ball is thrown back in. Stretton just taps it down. Picked up there. Inverleigh looking to clear the ball away. Picked up by Drew. Got it to Hutchison. He's tackled, brought down. Picked up by Hoey. Got a handball further afield. Rollo tried to spin it out of trouble. Put himself under a little bit of pressure because they've been able to get some numbers around the contest. Ends up in the hands of Knott, who's on the right boot. This time kicks around the body and will put it through for a minor score. 1-3 to that player, and now 7-12 to Bannockburn. 14-11 Inverleigh. 12 and a half minutes gone, final quarter.
So the Hawks to kick it in. Baxter goes short into the pocket. Seddon takes the mark. Knott comes up to stand on that mark. Called to play on now. Goes towards half-back. Logue can't take the mark. Rollo had it, lost it. Logue got it. Gave it away to Jones. Back on the ground. Close to the boundary line. Drew gets through one. Doesn't get through the second. Dropped the footy. The umpire said play on.
Right,
Tally. He dropped the footy as well. And he's wrapped up by Hutchinson. And the umpire will come in and ball it up. At half forward. Oh, Matty Hoey and Blake Hutchinson having a crack at it too.
Geordie Drew just being assessed just in the boundary.
Looks like he's in a bit of trouble too.
Run of
Yeah,
Ben
well, a
Bowman.
couple of injuries in a report. It's not going well for him, except for the board.
Jones gets it down. Kick only as far as Hoey around the corner. Top of the square. But Dan Gross gets back there and takes the mark. Short kick. He's nearly kicked a point again. He has. That's 2 points for the day from Dan Gross.
Yeah.
He's
He's
done
going
well.
well.
He can't get in the other end, so...
So he puts it through for another rush behind. They go 7-13-55. Bannock, Inverleigh 14-11-95.
So Seddon with the ball. He won't want to come too close to the player on the ground. That's the direction he's come. He's going to kick it just short of. Mick Gros takes the mark. So Mick Gros now.
They can't keep treating him here. They've either got to get him off or stop the play and get a stretcher or something.
He's under a bit of pressure
Looks
now, so
right,
he goes backwards, and he's got Seddon as a release, and he plays on now, runs through the goal square, plays onto the far side of the ground. Good kick. We'll find Dan Gros. He comes back inside. Now goes back towards centre wing on the outside of the boot. Soldic comes up and takes the mark. So he's got the ball now on centre wing. So Soldic now looking for his options further afield. Going towards Best. He leads into the pocket, but Stevenson, he's
Mark it.
taking the mark. Yes, absolutely. Obviously no talk out there, and he's knocked the ball over the boundary line as the best option. And at the half-forward line for Inverleigh, he will now have the ball thrown back into the field of play. Stretton, again, first there, taps the ball back towards centre wing, picked up by Miller. A little bit high in the tackle there, so he wins a free kick. So Blake Miller now on the defensive side of centre wing. Kicks the ball back towards centre half forward. Only player there is Mick Gros, and he takes the mark. So Grozdanovsky, Mick, can get the handball out the back and does so now to Seddon. Again, that little shimmy he does, gets away from the contest. Low flat kick coming up. Kennedy Hunt takes the mark outside the 50, goes into the pocket, and that's a well-weighted kick, and the mark has been taken out there by Nathan Mays. So he has 4 for the afternoon. He can go back and kick goal number 5. So Nathan Mays now comes in, kicks a goal. Looks okay. And he has got his 5th goal of the afternoon and the 15th for Inverleigh there. 15-11. They lead Bannockburn 7-13. We've gone 16 minutes final quarter. Smith Holden, Blood Suzuki final quarter scoreboard.
Well, I think all the sting's gone out of the game here. There's pretty tired boys, but just like a comment before, I think young Drew was okay. But you got Best have been reported. You got Jimmy Hybens. The other bloke's back on the ground, but he doesn't look 100%. Big Jones. So even a win going to Inverleigh today might not be their best day overall.
Well, you'd think Bowman would be back in the next few weeks. The other one of the Burks, whether you'd even put him in your best 22, probably not.
Alford will be back off his honeymoon
Alford.
sometime in
Another
August.
one, yeah.
Jones gets it down. Rode by Seddon. Just give the ball to him. Goes towards half forward. Kennedy Hunt on a long lead. Takes the mark. Oh. Somebody blow the whistle.
I tell you what, I didn't think he was going to blow. He must have been saying, yeah, good mark. Oh, I better blow the whistle.
He was enjoying the mark.
Yeah.
So Jack Kennedy Hunt has kicked 1-1 this afternoon. He'll shoot for goal from 50 out, 45-degree angle.
I think what happened, the ball's almost right in the middle of the 2 umpire zones, and I think either umpire was waiting for the other bloke to blow it.
Yeah. So Kennedy Hunt. Will come in, shoot for goal. Right foot kick, going to go to the square. Man, off hands, Stevenson. They see it through for a rush to behind. 15-12, 102 Inverleigh. Bannockburn 7-13, 55. Quick kick in by Stevenson. Finds Kelly in the back pocket, uncontested. Goes along towards centre wing. A Parrott, tapped away by Middleton. Jervis comes at it. Kick off the ground by Templeton. Back towards Meehan. He can't take it with him, no. Harding can. Picks it up and handballs it back to Kelly under pressure. And he just sees it over the line in the end. And a boundary throw in. Left half forward for the Hawks. BJ straight off the ground. Parsons coming back on. Jones and Fulton to do the ruck work. Thrown in. Favours Fulton. Gets it down. Miles. Handball away was okay to Bowden. Off a step towards the middle. Tapped away by Nankerville. Knott comes at it. He runs into McIntosh. Nearly gives him high tackle. Occasions handball out the back. Not really to anybody for the Hawks. Cole taps it on. Now it's a foot race. Baxter gets back there. Gives the handball away. Dan Gross with the outside of the right boot. Nice to Hutchinson. Takes the mark. Got a couple of runners on the outside. Templeton's one. He goes further afield towards Meehan. He pushed Kelly past the footy. Grundle now. Needs some support. Good tap back to Meehan. And now he runs at half forward. Goes a left foot kick towards the top of the square. 2-on-2. Who's going to feed? Soldic gets it away. Best. Went left, went right. Turn around. Bang! And has kicked the goal.
He's back in the 10.
Michael Best has kicked his first of the afternoon. 16th for Inverleigh. 16-12, 108. They lead Bannockburn 7-13, 55. Smith Holden, Blood Suzuki. Final quarter scoreboard, 19 played.
We've seen him all last year and a lot this year. His pace coming off the back flank and running down the ground. But, by geez, it's handy to have a bit of that first 3 or 4 yards when you get the ball. And instead of kicking it with 1 or 2 blokes just on your ginger, he takes 4 steps and it's an easy shot for goal because he's off the mark. Pace is absolutely brilliant.
Well, he kicked 3 goals in one quarter when they moved him down forward against Winch. 3 goals in the last quarter against Thompson when they moved him down. And now he's right in the goal square. So, might have a bit of cult hero highlights about him.
He'd be loving it being down there in front of the past players too.
So back in the middle we go again. This time Middleton from the middle of the ground goes into the half-forward line. Rollos there. Ball hits the ground. Picked up by Knott on his left foot. Puts one round the boundary line. Favoured Cole. Went back outside to Knott once again. This time he lines up and kicks longer back into the goal square. Mark not taken back there. Picked up and screwed round the body by McIntosh. And it will be through for a minor score. So 7-14 Now to Bannockburn and 16-12 Inverleigh. Ball in quickly. Mark taken out there by Seddon.
How long we gone?
20 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
Kicks wider. And Grozdanowski out there. This is Dan.
How long Jark's been back on for?
He's just come back on, I reckon. Ball come back in. To Mick Groz. He goes short to Cations. Was just okay. He made it good. He's played on now. Going to deliver the ball out towards centre wing. Goes looking for Templeton. Didn't hit him. It was a little bit short of him, but it's going to be picked up by Watts. Slides into the contest. Now he's tackled. Umpire.
He's in trouble, Watsy. He's in trouble, Watsy.
Yeah, umpire says he's been holding the ball. And free kick goes to Templeton. And just on the defensive side of centre wing. So Templeton now asked to play on by the umpire. Looks into the middle of the ground. Player free by himself is Muir. Comes up and he takes the ball. Still on defensive side of centre. Goes long. Down towards Best. Ball out the back. Stevenson leads in the race for the ball. Taps it in front of himself. He goes and tries to head it towards the boundary line. It's been kept in the field of play. Mays has it. Goes back on the right. Kick was smothered. Bath couldn't take the ball cleanly. It's been kept alive though. And I think it was Manganelli that tried to keep the ball alive. It's still sitting underneath a group of players. Now it comes out. Picked up there. Kelly got away to Miles. Was able to stop and kick the ball wider. Went out wide looking for Rollo. Overrun the ball. Dan Groz, he does the same. Rollo's back, tries to win possession again, but it's going to be Mick Groz that runs from the centre wing and kicks the ball back into the forward line. But this time Stevenson comes up and he takes the mark. So inside defensive 50. Kicks the ball back towards centre wing. Knott comes up. Takes the first grab, but the ball runs over the boundary line. So we'll have a throw in on the far side of the ground. So Fulton down there doing the work against Jones. That'll be Grubby's phone once again.
Here we go.
Ball picked up from the centre wing position, picked up by Knott, and he goes long into the forward line. Jarks is a 1-on-3 back there. The 3 will win, and it's going to be Perrott who comes out of defence. Handballs to Cations. Went back to Nankerville, and he steadies and kicks the ball back now towards centre wing. Fulton's in front. Over the back, the ball arrives. There's a push, says the umpire.
Definite.
So it's going to go to Fulton. And that's on the far side of the ground.
That Werribee game's over.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I said. We were going to finish late.
Well, they've been finished for 10 minutes.
So Fulton now kicks the ball long into the half-forward line. Miller in the front. Out the back, the ball comes. Jarks couldn't take it cleanly. Picked up by Mick Groz. Goes over the top. Ends up in the hands of Seddon again. He goes back towards centre wing. That's a good grab by Manganelli. Took the mark just in the defensive side of their centre wing. Brings the ball back inside. Seddon's on the run again. He goes long in towards centre half forward. Coming up Best. Mark not taken there. At ground level, he takes it nicely. Gets out of trouble. Little left foot kick. Goes wide looking for Mays. He traps it. Stops and is tackled. High, says the umpire.
Again.
And Milky wins another one.
19 touches, 18 frees.
Plays on now. Use the umpire as a bit of a border
Shield.
there, I suppose. Yeah. And the ball goes in, and Manganelli is pushed down from centre wing and taken the mark, so he can go back and kick his third goal of the afternoon.
Eagles are going to beat the Magpies too.
Who?
The East are going to beat North.
Oh, jeez. That won't affect the tipper. No, everyone went for North.
We've got an announcement about the tipping, by the way, Jason.
Oh, yeah, we'll do that at the end of the game.
Yeah, and
Yes.
unfortunately, we won't have any time.
So Manganelli now steps in, kicks towards goal, and he likes it off the boot.
Oh, gives the past players a bit of a rap too.
He's got his third goal of the afternoon, and now the 17th for Inverleigh. They're 17 goals, 12, and they lead Bannockburn on 7-14. 24 minutes gone. Final quarter, Smith Holden, Blood Suzuki, final quarter scoreboard.
Two of the contenders, 2 weeks, 20 goals. 10 each. Are they that far in front of the competition?
No.
At the moment.
I think they
I
are.
think they are.
I think they are.
The Hawks are not a 10-goal better side than Winch. I'm saying that now.
I think they
No,
are.
because 5 of their best 6 defenders didn't play last.
Yeah, no, look, I agree with you.
And neither did Kennedy Hunt.
Oh, you're going to say they're a
Neither did
15
They're about
goal.
15 goals better than Winch. Don't you worry about
No,
that.
Dave Tucker. You had Will Ford missing half the game.
Right, don't worry about it, mate.
Jackson
Yes,
Smith's their
they
best
are.
midfielder.
They are 10 goals
And
better
Joey
than them,
Fama
mate.
just played a shocker as well.
Back to the middle. Manganelli trying to take it on centre wing. Hoey does. A little bit of candy from Matty. Goes towards half forward. Not. takes the mark, wheels and goes into the hot spot. No mark taken. Bowden, can he run away? Left foot kick, he can, but doesn't really get anywhere. Now Seddon just arched the back, kick the ball around the corner, and Hutchie takes the mark at half back. Called to play on now. Went left, comes back with a handball. Handball over the top, Groz gets it away. They come back inboard. Meehan, oh, good mark. Under pressure. Grundle at half forward. Kennedy Hunt there too. He goes towards Kennedy Hunt. Jack goes up. Good mark. Oh, if you don't mind.
Yeah, well, he didn't play last week either, by the way.
Goes with the right foot kick. Kelly turned the ball
I did forget
in
about
front
that.
of best. That 15 might be not be
I was
too
going to
far
say
away from the
20's
truth.
probably a bit...
So Kelly takes the mark in the last line of defence for Bannockburn. Getting the razz from the past players too as he kicks and goes towards centre wing. Now Stretton gets it down. Train goes past.
There goes the 5.15 to Colac.
Yeah, no, I reckon that might be
Hamilton,
the Garn, I reckon. The Gang goes past here. There's
Yep.
a ball, comes through. Oh, jeez. They just waltz their way through the Hawks at half forward. Meehan gets it away to Manganelli on the boundary line. Don't tell me Barry O'Toole style. Is he?
No mark.
Soldic. No, Best.
Oh, careful. That's another 3 weeks, that shove.
Took the mark. Connor Jervis has been agent provocateur today too. Getting into everybody.
Yeah, that worries me too because it doesn't look like to me he can fight.
Best kicks it round the corner and kicks his goal. So he kicks his second of the quarter. And the 18th for Inverleigh. 18-12-120. They lead Bannockburn 7-14-56. Smiths Holden, Blood Suzuki. Final quarter scoreboard. 27 played.
I think the big thing for me last week was that Inverleigh didn't kick a goal in the first quarter. They were 19 points down at quarter time and come back and won by 59 points in the wet. It rained a couple of times.
Geordie Drew out the back too, going to hospital with concussion, I suspect.
Yeah, he didn't look too good. He was wobbling on the way out.
Said limping off here too.
And I think that was a Matty Hoey tackle on
Yes.
Jordan Drew from memory. Didn't look anything wrong, but if he's got concussion, you never know.
They're back to the middle. Jones gets it down. Through the middle. Miles gets it away to Jervis. Off a step towards half forward. Not. Goes up. Tried pretty well.
Yeah,
Hard
look, he
today.
has.
Yeah.
He has. I got him in nearly Bannockburn's best.
Goes back inboard. Watts under pressure. Punched away by Mick Groz. He hurt himself too. Now the ball from Hoey towards the square. Oh, nobody can pick it up down there.
You've got to want to pick it up. That's why.
Fulton gets it away. Hoey thought about the kick. Then he went with the handball to Jervis, who did get the kick away. And Fulton takes the mark. And we'll shoot for goal from 10 out, slide angle. So Kieran Fulton hasn't troubled the scorers today. He comes in and kicks the goal. His first. And the 8th for Bannockburn. They go to 8-14-62. They trail Inverleigh 18-12-120. Smiths Holden, Blood Suzuki, final quarter scoreboard 28 and a half played.
A bit of a belated goal, but I just wonder if it would be a little bit different. And I'm not bagging him because he's a lovely bloke and he's a good player, but he just got his hands on a dozen of them early in the game and couldn't quite hold on to marks that for the last couple of years he's been holding on to. He gets a couple of goals early, but I don't know if you mentioned it before, I wasn't listening, but it looks like Justin Baxter's got ice on his leg over there too.
Walking wounded, aren't they?
Yeah.
Fulton hasn't been right. There's something wrong with the calf this year.
So ball back in the middle of the ground again. They try to win possession. It was Robbie Lowe that had it. He's going to go back and try and win possession again on the ground. He does get the ball out. Only as far as Grundle into the hands of Templeton as the siren sounds. And the final score will be 18-12-120 to Inverleigh. And Bannockburn on 8-14. Is that correct?
Yep.
So it's...